What's up, y'all? It's your girl Asia Avian, and today I'm going to be showing you how to heat press a hoodie. So I started heat pressing about a year ago, maybe. About a year and a half ago, maybe. I got this heat press right here. We have the Hotronics. Excellent freaking heat press. I got it from Styles. I thought Stalls or something like that. It's like TAHAALS, something like that. But I'll put it in the description down below. Let me just light a little bit. Okay, just want to clear my little space a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be showing you today because I have a Lupus Awareness brand. That's why I have a heat press, and I just want to show you guys how to do it. A lot of people don't know how to heat press, and a lot of people have made tutorials, but I just decided I was gonna make my own as well. So let me grab a hoodie real quick. First thing you gotta do is turn this machine on, the heat press, and let it heat up. So this is an extra large right here. Yeah, let it heat up or whatever. That way it can be ready to like press the logo out and stuff. You don't want to put it on there and the heat is not hot enough because it won't press it on the clothes, you know, the way it needs to be pressed. So here's the hoodie I have. Any hoodie is good. If you do get logos or whatever from a company or whatever, you got to make sure that you know, like the materials of the hoodie, like if it's cotton or 100% polyester, you know, like stuff like that. So I first start off with, because my heat press is already hot, I usually put mine at about 290. I'll put it at 290, between that and like 289 to really get it hot. Now, personally, for me, I get my logos from Super Colors, and they have excellent logos. Let me know down in the description if you guys use anything else besides that one. So all I do right now is put the front of the hoodie on there. I like kneading it really good, and then I have to get my lint roller. The lint roller of your choice, it doesn't really matter. I just got these from Amazon. And you go over it, and the reason why you do this, like before you even put your logo on there, is because it can leave like a lot of lint and stuff on there, and it can probably mess up the logo and stuff. So I would just do it. And also, if you have a business too, if you're not just like heat pressing for fun, you know, you want your customer to have a lint-free clothes, you know, hoodie, t-shirt, whatever. I'll be like kind of annoyed if I'm buying from a company or whatever, and they just leaving lint and not really caring about the presentation part of my hoodie. So then after I do that, I do the lint roller. Then I press this down. Don't mind me, this heat press is a bit heavy, and I'm out of shape right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm out of shape. I'll let this go off after it has put the heat on it. It's gonna knock all those different wrinkles and stuff out or whatever. See how it pops up? Knocks all of it off. Now the hoodie is nice and, you know, wrinkle free basically. So that's what you do starting off. After, and also when you do heat press like that, it gets the moisture too out of the hoodie, which is good for the logo. Because if it's too moist, then it could just really mess up everything. So then, today, the logo that I'm going to be putting on here is right here. So let me take this out real quick. My brand, Wolves and Butterflies. Going to go right in the chest of the hoodie. And now, personally for me, I do my the length like 4 fingers below, you know, like this or whatever, just to line it up. That way you don't have the logo too high, and like it's in a good placement, because it'll look weird like if you know, heat press it way up here at the neck of the hoodie. It's like, what the hell, you know, what they doing or whatever. So I do 4 finger lifts, lengths. I make sure it's even. I check it, and you have to be quick too when you have these logos transfers. I line it up. Now right here, it's kind of over to that side too much. And this really helps me be able to get an idea. I double check this like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Especially because I tell these hoodies, I really try to make sure that it's even. It's looking good. I like it just touching my pinky. Like, you know, like this part of your pinky, just that part. When you put your hand down, I like just that part to be touching it. So again, so it's not still super high. and make sure it's clear and make sure it's even, because you can make a mistake and end up not doing it right. Okay, so that's perfect. So now I'm going to put it down. It's going to be on it for a few seconds. I'm going to hold my hoodie so that as soon as it pops open, I can rip the logo off, because otherwise it can stick. Okay, now that has came off. I'm going to show you how it looks afterwards. I'm going to do the whole hoodie first, then I'm going to show you guys afterwards. And then right now, after I put the logo on and I remove the paper that goes on the logo, I reheat this just to make sure it's really all the way down the way it needs to go. This is really good arm strength right here. I'm in the middle of working out. But anyways, the reason why I even made my brand was because I have lupus, and lupus is an autoimmune disease that can affect everything on the body. So I take this off. I'll just show you this part real quick. Looks good. It's fresh. It's on there right, you know, it's even. So then I'm gonna do the sleeve. Now, honestly, I'm gonna go back into my lupus story in a minute. I was really terrified to do a logo on the arm. I was really terrified, you know, to do hoodies and the sleeves and stuff, but after so much practice and stuff, I've gotten much more confident at it. And just overall my life period, just got more confident with like the way I do certain things, like my business, or just life and just in general or whatever. So as you can see, I'm rolling the sleeve too, because I just rolled the front. I heat pressed the logo on there. And now we have to do the sleeve. What's gonna go on the sleeve is this warrior logo. And I'm gonna take out and reveal this to you guys. Right here. I'm gonna put this on the sleeve of the hoodie. Gotta make sure it's down far enough. So then we got this. First I gotta heat press that. I just wanna make sure that I had it right. Press the sleeve. Once I press the sleeve, then I'll be putting this logo on the arm. But anyways, I started my brand. More to this pops. I started my brand because I got diagnosed with lupus at a very young age. And for those of you who don't know, this month, May, is Lupus Awareness Month. Lupus is an autoimmune disease that can affect everything on the body, the hair, the nails, the skin, just about anything. So I wanted to have purpose. I wanted to be able to say, like, I did something. You know what I mean? And so making my own lupus awareness brand is where I felt like I needed to go. So I made this brand, and it's called Wolves and Butterflies, and it's just my logo or motto is like, strong like a wolf, but I'm fragile like a butterfly. Like, lupus warriors are so resilient, and even though we fight like a silent battle every day by ourselves, we make sure we show up. So that's why it's important for me to make this brand so people can know what lupus is. A lot of people don't know what lupus is. And I feel like that's my job and my duty and my responsibility to let people know what it is, you know? Especially because so many famous people who have lupus and just don't talk about it. I'm going to press this again because I just took the logo off. And then put that on there. It's coming out really good, guys. But anyways, it's like so many famous people with lupus, and didn't that come out so cool? You know, it's really not hard to heat press. It's really not. Long as you take the time, you practice, you find what transfer it works for you, because there's different ways to do heat pressing. You can use the Cricut machine. You could use this heat press where you get logos made, or you can go through a third-party company. Like, it's just so many different options. But I was like, you know what? What works for me is working for myself and not going through third parties. Because I did go through a third party for a little while, but the results, it wasn't what I would want. So now, the last logo we're going to work on is on the back of this hoodie. It's coming together really good, guys. This heat press set me back about $2,400. I did have a starter heat press that I'm really grateful my mom bought me. But unfortunately, because I have the lupus and I also have rheumatoid arthritis, it was making it difficult for me to pull the heat press up. And you know, this one is better because I do have to pull it down, but I don't have to pull it back up, you know? So, I really do enjoy heat pressing. And like, you know, just making my own brand and stuff, and making a brand that means something too. Not that, you know, Y2K stuff where it's just random words and stuff. It's always gonna have some meaning behind my brand always, and I'm always gonna have a story behind each of my logos. Like, they're not just gonna be just because I'm making them just to be making them. Or making something that I feel like people will be able to resonate with more, or, you know, want to stick with the trends. I don't really want to stick with the trends. I like to do my own thing, clearly. So, like right here, for example, there's another one of our logos, and this I'm going to put on the back. This hoodie that I'm currently making is called our Silent Hoodie. Call it Silent Hoodie because lupus is a silent disease. So, he's howling at the moon, but nobody can hear him. That's why we call it the Silent Hoodie. Lupus is a condition where, like, if you looked at me right now, you wouldn't be able to tell I had lupus. If you look at somebody else, you won't be able to tell they had lupus. It's got to be something that, you know, that they tell you or whatever, you know? So, let me see. I did just heat press it, but I'm going to do it one more time because it's still a little bit wrinkly. Just a little bit. Put that down. And I'm going to put this back logo on. And the same way that I did with the front, with the 4 length of my fingers, is how I want to do the back. Okay. So, we got that handle. Let me move this down some. So right here, I use that. And then also you have to keep in mind too, that you really have to make sure that you're doing the back like this with the 4 length, because it really, you know, I'm not speaking on like something I don't know about. From just experience, not knowing where, that also is where I have my lack of confidence at also. Not knowing exactly, you know, to do that or where to put it at on a hoodie, or understanding that you can't put a logo way up here, you can't put a logo way, you know what I mean? So that was an adjustment. But it's really not hard to like get used to it and stuff and figure out how to heat press. It does take a lot of practice, and it was a bit frustrating, like going on YouTube and stuff and not, you know, really finding how to do it. Was a bit frustrating, but we're good because I know how to do it. And so because I know how to do it, y'all gonna know how to do it. Y'all my family. I'm gonna make sure whatever I learn, y'all gonna learn. Never gonna be, you know, the type person that gatekeeps or anything like that. And again, I double checked this like 10, 15 times. Cause it's nothing like putting a logo on a clothes, heat pressing it, and it's not in the right position. It's just ruined now. You know what I mean? There's ways to get it off, but I heard it's kind of difficult getting it off. So I'm gonna hold this and I'm gonna pull. Now this is the bigger logo, so you gotta really be ready. And you pull that off, and you heat press again to make sure it's really, really, really on there. Okay, so that's done. You just lint off of there. Gotta make sure you pull it off right too, because you can stretch it out. Now this shirt is an extra large, so you know it's gonna be pretty big anyways. This is the back. You know, it's really not hard to heat press and stuff. I really enjoy it. You know, and also what I enjoy too about having my own brand is like coming up with your own logos. Not doing what everybody else does. Just do what you feel is right, what resonates with you. And then a group of people find that brand. And even though it might be a bunch of people that come past, like, girl, that logo is trash, or your brand is trash, it really don't make no sense. It's always gonna be that group of people that actually get where I'm coming from and understand my logos, understand the message, and understand the purpose behind it. You know what I mean? A lot of people that don't have purpose in this world. So you gotta really, if you do your own brand, make sure the logo that you do, you really like doing it. Don't do it just because, you know, somebody else is saying it, or you trying to do logos that you feel like will fit more in, you know? Because your people will come. I've gotten a lot of orders from my brand, being a Lupus Awareness brand, by being its authentic self, you know, not changing anything to like fit in or try to alter it in a way that other people prefer it. So anyway, this is the front. Came out really good. It did. We did it together. It came out really good. Then on this side, you got the sleeve. Came out really nice. And then with the sleeve, then you got the back. With the wolf howling at the moon. Came out really fire. Really did. This is their silent hoodie, and they just actually dropped. I'm also going to put my website down below. You don't have to have lupus in order to support my brand. Just be an ally. You know, someone who just wants to support the movement. And like, you know what I mean? And us moving forward with the fight that we constantly fight. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. I really hope that this video was helpful on how to heat press a hoodie. I'm actually going to go over the steps again. So you turn this heat press on. You turn the temperature to whatever you're supposed to turn it on. For mine, it's like 289 to 290. Do not go by that. I will go by where you get the logos from or how you made the logos or whatever the case is, because there's several ways to make them. After that, once it's finished heating up, you got to make sure you lint roll whatever area of the hoodie or t-shirt that you're using, because the same way I, heat press this, you can do the same way on a t-shirt. It's actually easier to me on a t-shirt, but I'm going to make a video for that as well. After that, you lint roll it, you heat it up again, so you press this back down on the hoodie or t-shirt. And then after that, then you place the logo, because again, when you first put this down to heat press the shirt, it's getting the moisture, or hoodie is getting the moisture out. So after you get the moisture out, then you put the logo of your choosing on the shirt or the hoodie, and you heat press it. You have to make sure you use 4 finger lengths to make sure. So like, say, this is a round t-shirt before, but I cut it to make a v-neck. Say it was round. You have to use your 4, and then wherever your pinky is where you put the logo at. And then fires your back, same thing, whether that's a hoodie or t-shirt. And also, if you don't want to do the 4 length way, it really depends on where exactly you want to put your logo at. Because if y'all notice, for the sleeve, it didn't apply for that. I didn't use 4 fingers. I only just went by, where exactly I wanted it. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes the logo that you want to place, whatever, you place it in a place that is not unusual, but just, you don't need to use the fingers. You got it. So after that, then once you heat press the logo, you have to be quick, peel off the paper, but it might also depend on what exactly, like what logos that you use. But at least for mine was super color. You have to rip it fast. Like soon as it pops up, you gotta automatically be holding it, whatever shirt, hoodie, pants, whatever, and just peel it off. And then after that, you're gonna heat press it again. And that is making sure that logo is really on there good. And then once you do that, you're done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to make more heat pressing videos. I'm going to show how to heat press pants. I'm going to show how to heat press t-shirts. I'm going to definitely do t-shirts still also. And whatever else I'll come into contact with. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to add to my brand this year. Far as, I'm not going to go into details, as a surprise, but it's a lot of stuff coming. And I'm really excited about it. So I appreciate you guys for listening to my story. I gave a short version of turning my diagnosis into a brand. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I hope this helped you learn how to do a hoodie, to heat press, or a t-shirt, or whatever you're planning on heat pressing. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for supporting. Please stay tuned for more videos and more content, because it's definitely coming. Bye. What's up, guys? It's your girl, AJBeyond. And before I get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Check out my Lupus Awareness clothing brand. Check out all my social medias. This video, I just wanted to say, it is Lupus Awareness Month. It's May 1st today. I am so excited to see what everybody has in store for Lupus Warriors. This year, I want to try to get out to do the Lupus Walk, but I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people don't know what lupus is. So for those of you who don't know what lupus is an autoimmune disease. Now, the personally, the one I have is different forms of SLE, and my immune system is fighting itself. So it can affect the skin, the hair, the nails, teeth, basically the whole body, everything. So I just want to make this video because there's so many lupus warriors who are so resilient and like still getting up fighting every day. Like it's a silent battle we're constantly dealing with, constantly fighting on our own. And I feel like this is our time. You know, it's our month to really go deep into what lupus is and for people to get a chance to see what we live every day, you know, what we're going through. Lupus has been a very challenging thing for me. I feel like now that I'm a little bit older and I've did some like inner work with myself, I can accept it now. Like before I couldn't really accept having lupus. Like I just didn't want to understand it. I didn't want to know why I had it. I just, one day I go in there. I take my medication, I really taking care of myself, not doing what I should have been doing. And so now I'm better with it. You know, I'm more accepting of it. I just feel like God only gives you what you can handle. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a strong bitch. So, you know, I just take it as the day goes. I go with the flow. I make sure I'm taking care of myself and I'm happy doing it. And also I changed my mindset a little bit, you know? I feel like when you have a certain mindset about certain things or when something is affecting you, it's easy to just be negative opposed to looking at the more positive outlook of what's going on. So that's what I have changed too, which I'm very happy about. An example of me doing that is by me making my Lupus Awareness brand, which is called Wolves and Butterflies. It's a Lupus Awareness brand that exposes everything that we go through logos. So my logos won't be like regular Y2K logos or just regular plain logos you just put to put on there. It's like logos that are talking about different flare-ups. It's just showing our battle, you know, showing how strong we are, showing how resilient we are, showing how determined we are. So I'm going to show you one of my hoodies. So I just heat pressed this in my last video. It's called our Silent Hoodie. It's the newest hoodie that we've made. Wolves and Butterflies. And then on the sleeve I have Warrior with a little guitar looking strings. And then on the back, it's called a Silent Hoodie. This wolf is howling at the moon and is howling in silence because lupus is a disease that's silent. Nobody can see it, but we can feel everything. All lupus warriors can feel everything. So that's what inspired me to make these particular logos. I have a bunch of other ones on my website that I'll have down in the description below. And if you didn't know what lupus was before you came across my video, let me know if you do. Let me know if you have any family members or anything like that. And also, my brand is not just for lupus warriors. It's for also allies, people who just want to stand with us while we fight our battle, you know? So I really appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I appreciate you guys for supporting. And happy Lupus Awareness Month to my fellow lupus warriors. You guys are so freaking strong, so freaking amazing, such a warrior, such confidence and bravery and courage to still get up every day and not just let it eat away at you and just say, forget it. I don't want to live. I don't want to live my life like this. Like, you're paving a way for other lupus warriors to come in and learn everything and not feel like it's a death sentence. I feel like us lupus warriors are very strong, very determined, very rare. Very rare. I feel like we are. I feel like I know the condition is not a good condition to have, but I feel like the people who have it make a difference with it. You know, just voicing it and talking about it and getting people to understand what it is. Because a lot of people that have lupus and just don't really speak on it, I'm not for sure if they're like more embarrassed or it's just something hard to talk about. And so that's why I want to be one of those voices who can speak for those ones who can't talk. Because even though they're not speaking about it, they're still strong. They're still dealing every day. They're still showing up for that constant fight and that constant battle. So really appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening. This has just been such an amazing thing, making my brand and turning it into something. It's a long time coming, and I'm really appreciative to where I am. I appreciate all the friends and family and even strangers who have supported my brand and continue to support my brand. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you check out my brand. It's down in the description below. Get to know me. I'm going to be making a bunch of new series coming up. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Happy Lupus Awareness Month to my fellow lupus warriors. Happy Lupus Awareness Month to everyone else. And if you have a family member with lupus, let them know Happy Lupus Awareness Month or get them a gift or something. Or just let them know you see them. You see them and they wounds and their warrior scars. Let them know that. So peace and love. Bye.